In this lesson, we're going to go over some different examples, how to write a function that gives change. So you can go ahead and copy this one if you like, file, save a copy in Drive. That way it becomes your own and it'll save properly with your own code in there. And I would get rid of the copy if so you don't have a bunch of copies in your Google Drive. Okay, number one, write a function that gives change. First, we'll call the syntax def, and then I'll just call this one change. And to give the change, right, you need two things. You need basically what you're given. Not sure if the given makes sense. You need the cost of the item and then maybe the spend, like how much somebody gives you. Okay, so once you have those two values, you simply return to the person the spend minus the cost. Now, whenever you write a function, always store it and then test it. Okay, so I can add a code cell underneath the other one and move it up, these arrows on the side, and let's check it. So what's the change if there's, say, something that costs $9.99, let's assume no tax. You could actually add tax if you know the right percentage. And then they want to spend, the spend is just say what they give you. They give you like a $20 bill. Okay, so how much change should they get? $10.01. Okay. One other thing about this is you could end up with sort of some weird kind of decimal places like we've seen before. Let's just check if we change it. Does it still get it? It's giving it right. What I was going to say is either way, you could use the global round function. So for instance, you can simply round. Let me show you how to do this. If the change is the spend minus the cost, then what you can do, okay, so you can redefine the change as itself, and you can use the global round function, and you can always make sure to round change to 2 decimal places, okay? And then here you're returning the change, okay? And so if we test it again, hopefully we get the same result, and we do. And you know, if the cost of something was like, let's say there was an extra decimal place, just to show you, it does still give you just two decimal places, okay? Okay, and so this is kind of a cool aspect of programming where you can start to do things that are actually creative, right? Like, I don't know how many people know their minutes on Earth, probably not that many. I can't say I know mine. And hopefully you can see from these examples that functions that you write, they can be really practical, like boom, giving the right change in a register. They can be beautifully theoretical, like generating huge prime numbers. And they can actually be creative, like coming up with things that not a lot of people think about.